master machine, right?
Okay.
But as recommended, it is not good to run the jobs on the master, because already masters handle lot of things, right? All the plugin it is maintaining, all other things like uh, that's means what I can say, managing the workers or any other things. All these things are done by master only, means taking the backups, handling the node memory, all these things, handling the job queues, how to run the jobs in parallel. All those things are taken care by Jenkins master. Okay, so this is the heavy software. So it is not recommended to run the jobs on the Jenkins master. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, now we are going to learn how to add slave. So first for that you need to spin up the new machine. Okay, so I'm assuming you have now spin up the new machine on the AWS. Okay, now the next step is go to the manage Jenkins here. I also prepare your documentation for that.
Okay.
So there are multiple types of slaves available. Like we have GNLP slave. Okay, this is the GNLP slave. So it will connect over some port, some random port. So I think by default it is 15,000. Okay, so it will
Hmm.
connect on that thing.
Hmm.
Okay, and there are some advantage of this thing, like it is easy to uh, easy to set up, support dynamic scaling of the slave node, and does not require additional JR or any other thing. Okay, so it is very easy to set up. Okay, but only thing it needs is it needs some port to be open on the Jenkins slave, and it needs to access it from the Jenkins master. Okay, that is the only requirement. And one more disadvantage is all the traffic which is flowing through this slave, na, it will be unencrypted because it is plain traffic. It is not encrypted over any port. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of this particular port. Particular method. There is another method which is called SSH method. So you already know what is SSH. Okay, so using the same protocol, we are going to connect a slave to your Jenkins. Okay, so what is the advantage of this thing? So advantage of this thing is it is secure and reliable traffic because it is connected through SSH and can only be connected using your private key, right? So also it is encrypted using SSL because you're already having like private key and public keys. Okay, and one more thing is it does not require any additional software to be installed on the master node. Okay, that is one more advantage of this thing. And the disadvantage of this thing is more complex to set up and require installation of SSH cloud on the slave node. But it is not that major disadvantage because I think you can easily install SSH on any machine. Okay, there is no addition, there is no complex setup to do for SSH. Okay, and one more disadvantage is we cannot dynamically scale this slave node. Okay, because we have to manually create a new node and we have to add it. So we cannot suppose we have like lot of requests are coming and we cannot directly spin up the new machine and add this to your Jenkins slave. Okay, so this is the some limitation of the Jenkins this thing. What is this? Uh, SSH slave. Okay. Then there is a third type is there, which is WinRM. So suppose you want to run some jobs on the Windows machine. Okay. So for that you can use this part, this type of method. Okay. So it is specifically designed for Windows slave, and also it provides the encryption for all your data which is flowing through master and slave. It is quite complex to set up. Okay, and main disadvantage is that suppose you want to keep it running. Okay, suppose your node is went down and you still want to make it available. So for that you have to write some bash script. So it is typically hard to set up for a beginner. Okay, but if you are good in like Windows and all other things, it is very easy. Okay, and next thing is Docker thing. Okay, so you can also add a Docker pod. Sorry, not a Docker pod. You can add the Docker container as well as your slave. So it is very dynamic. You can spin up as many as pods you want. Only limitation is the host memory and CPU. Okay, but it is very dynamic. You can spin up new container for your each step or each job. There is no limitation for that. Okay, but it is quite difficult to set up this thing. You have to create your custom images here. Okay, and fifth thing is Kubernetes. So Kubernetes are also same as the Docker. Only thing it need is some communication between your Jenkins and your Kubernetes. Plus, it requires some authorization like kubeconfig file or other things. Okay, so that is only thing it requires. So we are not going to see this one, the Kubernetes and Docker, because it is very advanced, and I don't think so we need it now. Okay, so we are going to see these two things. Uh, Only the mainly currently people are using only SSH or Kubernetes. Fifth one. Only these two things are what more commonly used. Okay. Now let's see how to add a slave to your Jenkins machine. So for that you have to I have mentioned the steps here. So go to the Jenkins master UI. Okay. Manage Jenkins, manage nodes and new node. Go here. User manage Jenkins. Okay, so here you can see that manage node and cloud. There is a new node. Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So here you can give any name, whatever name you want. You can do. Let's suppose my worker one. Okay. So then you have to click here and then create. Once you click on create, then here you can give that my worker node for CI job. Okay. If you want to only deploy or only run specific job on this thing, it is also possible using label. Okay. Here is number of executors. So how many jobs can be run parallelly on this machine? So let's keep it 3. Okay.
Okay.
And now suppose a remote root directory. So at which location it should store all this information.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say J worker share you want to store. Just 2 minutes, just 1 minute. I'm just running. If someone is outside my house.
What is the remote root directory means? It's I need to give that master node directory or same server directory over here.
Give me 2 minutes. I'm just coming coming to my hall. Just 2 minutes. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
No issues.
Yeah. So what you were asking?
I was asking, where this root directory is
Yeah.
available?
So yes. So that directory will be available inside your Jenkins slave. Okay.
Okay. So we have already make this directory, or we will make after that in under
Yes,
the.
we have to create that directory.
Okay, we have to create it under the OPT. It is a mount
Uh,
point, or is it just mount point?
yes, means it is depending upon us. Means suppose you want to create a mount point, then you can create it as a mount point. Okay. So it is any location, whatever you want, you can create it. Okay. If you want to give like it is a worker one, you can give it. Only thing is you have to create a directory. Okay. So as we have seen, like in the Jenkins master, all data will be stored at /varlib Jenkins, right?
Right.
Same thing here, all the data will be stored at this location. Suppose if you want to give it OPT worker 2, you can give it anything you want. And suppose you want to mount some disk to it, it is also means it is no problem. You can mount a disk at that point and just you can use it. So suppose if your worker goes down and you want to use that directory in some another worker, you can just attach that particular disk to another machine. There is no issue. Okay, got it now?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Now here label means suppose you want to run a particular types of job on the particular worker. So what you will do, you will attach some label to particular nodes. Okay, like here, if you attach like CI, and then in the job you can specify, okay, run this job only on the node which has this particular label. Okay, got it?
Yes, got it.
Yeah, and we can specify any number of labels. Okay, so here you can say that multiple labels must.
What is the purpose of labeling?
Yes, suppose you want to run a particular jobs on a particular slave. Okay, in that case you can use this label. Okay, so like
Okay.
for CI you want to use like 2 slaves which are dedicated only to CI. Then you can create this label, and in the job you can specify that you want to run this job on the node which has this label.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to see this in practical as well.
Okay.
Now suppose if you want to add like multiple labels like CI, slave also you want to elect, like a worker one. This is also possible. Labels do not necessarily have to present here. Multiple label must be separated by space. Okay, sorry, not a comma. It should be space. Okay, now second thing is, if you want to only build a job with label expression matching this node. Okay, so suppose you want to run some jobs and you want to run only specific jobs, then select the second option. But if you want to run any jobs, okay, then select this option. Now this thing is launch method. So
Yes.
we are going to use the JNLP. Where is the? So this thing is okay. So by default, select this thing JNLP. So I don't know why it is not set JNLP. It should be JNLP. Okay. Now once that is thing over, then click on save. Okay. Or if you want to add like environment variable specific to this node, you can add here. Like suppose my name. I want to add this particular variable, or suppose my DB password. Something like that. You can do that as well. Okay. It is particular to this particular node. Okay. Now click on save. Once you did it, here you can see that it is in the cross thing. It will be in cross. So for what you have to do, click on this my worker, and here you can see that once you click on it, you will see this particular steps, these many steps. Now click on curl, log in to your that worker. Okay, so I'm currently logged in to that worker. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to opt, and in this directory I have already created. Now we need to download this particular jar, and I'm downloading. So it is downloaded. But it is only 1.4 MB. Okay. Now run this command. You are getting this now. This thing here we are getting info connected, right? It means it is successfully connected to your Jenkins master. Now go back, click on nodes, and here you can see the red sign is gone, right? The red sign is gone. Now suppose you want to run. Now I want to run a new job. So my first pipeline. Let's delete this pipeline. Okay. Like my first pipeline, I'm creating this pipeline project. Click on OK. Now yesterday we learned about creating jobs, right? Declarative pipeline. I think we have we learned about the scripted pipeline or not?
Not yet. Yeah, but you have given me, show me the example, but I'm not able to understand.
Okay. Slowly you will understand. Okay, no
Yes.
Now we are going to learn this thing, this particular job. Now suppose apply, save. Now if I build, it is running. Now go to build. So here you can see that running on my worker one, right? Like now suppose if you want to run only specific job on that worker, you don't want to run any other job. Okay, we want to only not want to run specific jobs. So again, go back to manage Jenkins, manage nodes, go to that node, and here configure and select only build a job with label expression matching this node. Okay, so now I'm selecting this particular option. Click here, click on save. Now I'm going to again build the job. So click on build now. Click on to here you can see that running on Jenkins. Okay, so it means it is currently running on Jenkins master, right? Are you getting?
Yes.
Yes. Now suppose I want to run on that node. So for that, what you have to do? There is syntax label and you have to give the label. So label of that node was the CI, right? CI, CI slave, worker one. So we added these three labels. So you can use any one of the label. So now I'm using this label CI. Okay. I'm using this label CI. So click on run. Now here you can see it is running on worker one, right? Why? Because we have selected this label, CI label. Got it now? What I'm saying? Hello?
Yes. Understood.
Yes. Understood what is the use of label, right?
Yes. So you can, if so, it will help us to just
Schedule job on
source
particular node.
resource utilization, right? If we want to
Yes.
run multiple job at a time, so that it will not consume the master resource like memory and CPU utilization, correct? So it will run
Right.
or something. So
Right.
that way,
Like
because of that,
like
we can, so we can say that because of adding the slave, so we can run multiple of job at the same time, right?
no, means we can run multiple jobs even if you don't add a slave. The
Yeah,
advantage
that we
is
can,
that
but in effectively and
without consuming the master
so
CPUs
it,
or memory.
yes.
Yeah. And if you want to, like suppose you have 5 workers or 5 slaves, and you
Right,
want to run on only one slave, what thing
right,
you are going to use? You are going to
right,
use a label.
right,
Okay. Because here we have added label CI, that is why it is running on this node.
right.
Okay. Now, yeah. So for you, you will face some issues because why? You have to enable this thing. So go to manage Jenkins, configure global security and agents.
Okay.
So manage Jenkins, configure global security. Where is here? Go below and here click on here agent TCP port for inbound agent and fix. So here you have to add any port or either add here or here add a random or disable. Okay. So but I say so I will suggest use any fixed port because once you knew the fixed port, then you can easily add some firewall rule in your Jenkins slave that allow traffic from Jenkins master on this particular port. Okay. So are you getting what is use of this particular method? In
Right.
JNLP, all the traffic will be flow from port. Okay. The disadvantage of this method is, what is the disadvantage?
What is the disadvantage?
Hmm. Of using this particular method? So
So
because we have multiple methods. Like,
yeah. So if we have a, so disadvantage is like it's complicated to
it is not that complicated. The disadvantage is that it needs specific port to be open. Okay.
okay.
Like here we have seen like we have to allocate some port for that particular
So this is not a secure, you can say that, right?
yes, it is not secure because whatever traffic is flowing from Jenkins and the slave, it is not encrypted. Also you need to open particular port. That is also not a good idea, right?
Okay.
Right. So there is a only disadvantage is that traffic is not encrypted and we have to open a particular port, right?
Right.
Now say suppose now why it was connected to your Jenkins slave, because we have ran that command, this command, right? Now it is running in my foreground. Now suppose if I disconnected from this session, what will happen? Suppose I just close that thing.
Okay.
Now I will go back. I will again run the job. Here you can see it will be in stuck state because it is not finding any available slaves. So if you go to dashboard, here you can see that again my worker has this cross sign. Go to manage Jenkins, go to manage mode. Here also you are saying cross sign. Okay, why? Because we disconnected from the slave because what we did, we just disconnected from our terminal. So what do you think? what is the better way for this? How to run it means in the not together best possible way to prevent it from the disconnecting from Slave once our terminal is closed or our session is expired. Any idea? Any Linux commands? Anything?
Sorry, which one is to just to run that particular do we
What is
have to
that?
enable? Do we have to enable any services
No, means we
from
means
job?
what we can create a new service for that. That is one thing.
Okay.
Okay, you can create new service for that. Like suppose, but that is the next thing. But there is another one way. Means most of the things we use in the our database scripting, like we can run it in the background, right? We can run this process in the background, right?
Mhm.
I will show you. I'm going to opt jworker where I downloaded this slave.
Mhm.
I'm going to run this. Add no hop here and go to end and ampersand. Now it is running in the background mode. So if you get no hub, so here you can see that you are getting info connected. Now, again, now suppose I again close this thing and now I'm connected to this thing. Okay, if I refresh here, I'm still connected to my slave, right?
Right. But I have one question here. If by mistake I restarted these machines.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I was coming to that point.
Okay.
So the disadvantage of this method is like suppose you want to reboot your machines, okay, or shut down your machine again. You want to means start it. So again, the because that process was running in background, so it was working earlier. So it was preventing to be disconnected even after session expired. But what if our slave went down again, and then again it came up? So in that, for that, what we have to do? We have to create a system service for that. Okay. So here you can see that I have added that particular steps also. So do you know how to create a system service?
No.
Okay. Okay, so system services, we have to create a particular service file inside this directory etc system and you can give any name here.
Okay.
So now suppose I want to create new service. So I'm connecting to my machine and let's suppose creating a new service. Okay. Jenkins with the name Jenkins SSH. No, sorry, JNLP slave. Okay, I'm creating a new service and here copy all this thing. Okay, I'm copied everything. So, but what I have done here now. So this secret and this thing will be different. Okay, the secret will be different. I guess how configuration. Where is that secret? I guess don't know from where we can get the secret. Guess we have to again disconnect it. Let's see. Suppose now it is running in background. We can. Good. It's running here. Okay. Now if you refresh, you can see that this is a secret. Okay, so we need to require this secret. So go back here in the slave and just delete this thing. Add nothing. So worker name you can give anything or you have to give whatever you have specified here. So we have specified my worker one. So change it, update it with the my worker one. My worker one. Okay. security we have updated. Also, we have updated the Jenkins master URL, and then the path where our agent is situated. Okay. Now, once you're done with this thing, just come back, do a system daemon reload. Now, start the what was the name? JNLP service. JNLP. Now see the status. What is the status? So it is running, right?
Right.
Go back here. Here you can see it is connected, right? Right, it is connected. Now let me reboot this machine. See if it is working fine or not. Okay, now I'm rebooting this machine. Just wait for some time. So here you can see that connection is broken, right? Because we rebooted our machine. So I guess it will take like 1 to 2 minutes to reboot the machine. So just wait for that that amount of time. But you are getting everything, right? So what is the JNLP? How we are connecting with this thing? So suppose I want to run some sudo kind of command. Okay. So
Right.
is it possible to run this using JNLP thing?
I think we have to add that user into the sudo group, right?
Right, exactly, yes. So suppose you are currently as a Ubuntu user.
Right.
You are currently Ubuntu user and you are running this command, JNLP add agent. So it will have the permission of this particular user. Okay. So whatever jobs you are running on that machine, it will be run as impersonating this particular user Ubuntu. Like suppose if you have another user like root and you are running using sudo, then it will run as a sudo only. Do you want to see that practical also? Now you can see if you go back here again. What is happening? Oh yes, yeah. One more thing, what happened now? I have forgot to so we have to enable this thing, else it will not start. So if we do status, it is not enabled, inactive. Okay. So here you can see it is disabled. If we enable this thing, then it will start even after reboot. Enable, sorry, enable, no, not enable. Okay. So it will. If I do restart, so it is running now. But why it was not running earlier? Because we forgot to enable it. So if you don't enable it, it will not start when you reboot your machine. Okay. Now if we reboot this thing, this will start. It will start automatically. Okay, let's wait for that minute. But let's move towards the next section until that thing started. Okay, so let's focus on this particular jobs. So have you gone through all the steps what we learned yesterday? Means what is the stage, what is steps, what is echo command? You got everything?
Echo command, I know that this is for just to display the things, but
display, right? Yeah. You are not means you are not understanding the syntax, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the Jenkins pipeline syntax.
I understood now. The agent meant if we want to, on which server we want to run that particular right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I need to give that environment, means we are giving some, we are declaring some variable over here, right?
Yes, right, exactly. So inside this block, whatever variable we have declared, it will be passed as an environment variable to your job. Okay, like
Right.
suppose you have some secret things, okay, or some different things for different environment. So you can specify here, okay,
Yes.
and you can use that thing.
Yes.
This is next thing is it is syntax of the Jenkins. Okay, so
Right.
as we said earlier, so what is the pipeline? Pipeline consists of the multiple stages. Okay, one is build stage, right? Second is the test stage, right? So
Right. Right.
it consists of the multiple stages. Okay, so what are we are going to write now? Stages. Okay, this block means we have to write stages inside this block. Okay, now what is our stage? Write the stage. We want to build something. So here we are creating a build stage. Okay, and then this is the block. This is the block of the this stage build. Okay, so now echo I am inside a build stage. Okay, now let's run only this thing. But for that you have to add this thing as well as now. So in pipeline pipeline so outer part is pipeline. We are defining one pipeline. So inside that pipeline, what this pipeline consists? It consists multiple stages, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So here we are defining the stages block. Okay, so inside the stages blocks we have multiple stages. So we are defining here build stage. Okay, so it is just a syntax. We are dividing our pipeline. Okay, because if you want to build a project, okay, we are going to first build it, then again we have to test it now. So it will be in sequential manner. If you don't have the code, which thing you are going to test? Okay, how you are going to build your image? Because if you don't have the code, right? So now let's run this thing. I think the node will be up. Tested. Here you can see it is up. Now go back here and just refresh this thing. Here you can say it is up and running even after restart. Okay. Now what we are going to do? We are going to run this job. So it will be in error because we haven't specified the agent. Okay. So click on the replay previous build. So we have to specify the agent, and then so one more thing. So inside stages we have number of steps now, right? This is the steps. Okay, so we have to again add the steps blocks. Steps means we contain the lines inside our script. Are you getting?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah. So this is just a simple pipeline. So it is ran. Okay. And what is ran? Here you can see we contain build stage, and inside that stage we have steps. So it is running those steps. I'm inside a build job. Okay. Got it now?
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So
So
like
can you write?
we can create pipeline like first it is a build state, second is a test, third one is
Right.
like CD.
Test.
So,
Yeah.
right.
CDs. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Stages is like a dividing your pipeline. Okay. So your
Dividing up.
pipeline consists of the multiple stages, na? So
Yes.
it is steps, right? First is build, second is test. Okay. So if you go back here, sure you can see that we have one build state, another is a test stage. Okay. So if you're working on anything, you cannot work entirely on one thing. Okay, you have to go step by step, right? If you're going to build a house, how you are going to build? First, you have to dig some holes. Okay, then you have to add concrete or some foundation. On top of that, you are going to build what slab, right? Step by step. Same thing here we are doing. We are dividing our pipeline into multiple things. One is the build stage. Okay, so consider this as the foundation of your home. Once that is completed, we have to do slab. Okay, so we can like suppose foundation. Here we can say I have built a foundation. That like slab. Okay, making a slab. Built a slab. Okay, so this is our stages. Okay, now go back. Configure. Edit here. Apply. Save and build now. So here you can see that we have a foundation, and here I have built a foundation, and second is we have built a slab. Okay, got it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we also covered now how to add a slave to your machine.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now what is next thing? Yeah, so we are going to learn about the SSH thing. First you should practice this thing, JNLP, how to add this JNLP slave, then we will practice the SSH also. Okay, tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Because I have an interview as well at 9:30.
Yes, yes. So you got the basic right now today, right?
Yes, yes,
What
yes.
is basic pipe?
Yes, 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 yes.
So we will go like a step by step only. Okay.
Correct, 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 correct.
The Jenkins, let me see what is the content now. So we have covered the freestyle job, declarative we covered, safe trial I guess we also covered, but I think I will give you more examples. Then how to add a slave.
Yes, 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 yes.
There are multiple example. I think I haven't posted it.
Okay, okay. Sure.
Yeah. So there are various examples, means various syntax in the declarative. Okay, if you want to run a job or stages in the parallel, you can do that. Suppose there is a particular stage, like if you want to build an image, sometimes it will fail, and we want to retry it some like 2 or 3 times, then that is also possible. So we are going to see those points in the like subsequent lectures. Okay. Okay, then I guess it is enough for today. Do you have any doubts?
No, 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 no.
Okay. Okay, so let me meet tomorrow and be prepared with the new or just practice the how to add a slave to your machine.
Sure, sure, sure. Definitely I will do that.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.